listen to them. But yeah, so on Friday, me and my friend had a little listening party together, and I wrote down my initial thoughts. So I think I'm going to give you my overall thoughts first, and then we'll go through song by song. So overall, on first listen, I gave it an 8 out of 10. But I think that's just because if you listen to it straight through, and like we were basically pausing each song and kind of discussing as we went through, so it took like 3 hours to listen to the whole album. I feel like the first half of the album starts off really, really, really strong. There's a lot of like upbeat songs, which are really fun, and then the second half of the album is a little bit slower. It's still very good, but I think just when you listen to it straight through for the first time like that, the second half can get a little muddled. So that's why I gave it an 8 out of 10 initially, but it is 100% going to become a 10 out of 10 very soon, if not already, after listening to it 2.5 times. My top songs off of first listen, this is not in any order, is So Long London, The Tortured Poets Department, Down Bad, But Daddy I Love Him, Guilty as Sin, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, I'm Gonna Get You Back, and How Did It End? Those were the ones that stood out to me the most off first listen, but like I love them all, and I really truly can't decide. Like I feel like I couldn't choose a favorite right now. They're just so good. They're so good, and I'm so excited to keep listening and like get more favorites and all of that. But yeah, I think it's super fun. I think it's really different than some of her other works. Like I don't know, her lyricism, just each album is so much better than the last, even though the last was already perfect. It just gets better and 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 better. So yeah, those are my overall thoughts. I really, really love it. In terms of like what I've been seeing online and other people's thoughts, I feel like I've seen a lot of people say that they think the album is a lot about Matty Healy, and I don't think that's true. I think maybe 2 songs are about him, maybe 3, I think 2. I think people just didn't expect Joe to smoke and do like I think he does. But yeah, honestly, I feel like a lot of this is definitely about Joe. I think maybe 2 songs are about Travis, and we obviously have the Kim song, and I think also a lot of songs are like about her dealing with fame and her dealing with societal pressure, and just like I cannot imagine being her. I always say like I feel as bad for her as I could feel for a billionaire, but it's just crazy. I feel like I know her, and I definitely have a parasocial relationship with her, as I'm sure most of her fans do. But I just love her and I'm so proud of her. But anyway, I think that like, you know, every like society and the media and everybody is like, she's a serial dater. She's always breaking up with people and dating new people. And I feel like that's why the relationship with Joe lasted as long as it did, because she wanted to prove them wrong, and that she hoped this time would be different. And also like the fear of knowing that when you break up with him, you're going to end up dating again, and it's going to be in the public eye, and people are going to tear you apart no matter what you do. Like, knowing that's coming is crazy. So yeah, I really liked it. I also felt like it is very Reputation Part 2. Like, I feel like it really closes out all of the storylines and themes that she opened in Reputation, and this is like fully the close of it with like Kim and Kanye and Joe, and also society's view on her. So those are my like overall thoughts. And now I have all of my initial thoughts. I'm gonna read the little notes that I wrote when I listened to it for the first time, but I'll also give you my updated thoughts too. So for Fortnite, I said fun, not AI, not the AI leak, sad. So I don't know if you guys saw, there was was like a leak going around on like TikTok and Instagram, and it was a very fun song, and I was pretty sure it was AI and not a real leak, but I really liked it. So I was kind of hoping that Fortnight would be that song, it would be an actual leak, because I liked it a lot, but the real Fortnight is much better lyrically and like sonically. The AI Fortnight is very like pop in a bottle. So obviously the real one is better, but I did really like the AI one, so I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit disappointing to me. Fortnight didn't blow me away when I first listened to it, but it is definitely coming around on me. The Tortured Poets Department, I wrote in all caps, love, and then I said the wedding ring line, question mark, question mark, question mark. I really, really like this one a lot. I love the chorus. I love the, you're not Dylan Thomas, I'm not Patti Smith. I love all of that. I feel like this one sounds kind of, I don't know decades, so maybe it's not 80s, but I feel like it sounds not 2024, like has a different kind of sound to it that I really like. My boy only breaks his favorite toys, I just wrote in all caps, so good. I really like this song a lot, and I think it's so interesting. There's toothless. But like, kids only break their favorite toys. Like, if you love a toy so much, you play with it all the time, that's the one that breaks. But the ones that you don't really love, they stay in the box, they stay up pristine and untouched and whatever. But I feel like this one was very, like, her, trying to excuse how he makes her feel, like that he hurts her, being like, well, he just breaks his favorite toys, like obviously it's because he loves me, that he, whatever, all of these things, like, I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys. It's a very good line from that one. Next we have Down Bad. I also wrote in all caps, so good. I really like Down Bad a lot. It is such a vibe. It is like such an upbeat, fun song, even though it is not upbeat, fun lyrics, but like, now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. It's so fun. It's so fun. I've been really jamming that one a lot. So Long London. I wrote, made me cry, OMFG, the bridge, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I really, really like this one. I think it's one of the best ones on the album. I think it's crazy that she basically just uses London as Joe's name. Like, it's like as pointed as a song can get without directly naming Joe. It's just everything I wanted it to be and more. I think it sounds really interesting. I love it. I love it. But yeah, will she play it in London? Is that kind of crazy if she plays it in London? But Daddy, I Love Him, which is one I've been like really jamming a lot, like on its own. I wrote about Travis, question mark, question mark, question mark, or Maddie, question mark. I think Maddie, I'm glad he got featured. I love the baby line. So, upon further listening, I don't think it's about Maddie. I think it is definitely about Travis. And I do love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I think the baby line that's like, I'm having his baby, no I'm not, but you should see your faces, is so funny. Like, she knows we're all listening to it and we're all gonna go at that line. But I like how a lot of her songs in this album, I feel like, are pointedly at her listeners or at the media or at the people who are listening to it, you know what I mean? And the way that she knows they're gonna react to these songs, like, I think is very interesting. So I really like this one. The next song is Fresh Out the Slammer, and I wrote, Joe is the slammer, question mark. The line about my friends tried to tell me is brutal. I actually can't think of that line right now. Let me look. But yeah, I like this song a lot. I feel like it kind of falls lower for me right it's not blowing my mind as much as other ones, but I do really like it. Let's see. Initially I was thinking like running back home to you is maybe a guy, but then I was like, maybe it's her running back home to herself, like that was locked away. And now, in the line that says, now that I know what's at stake, or ain't no way I'm gonna screw up now that I know what's at stake, like, maybe it's, her, like, knowing that she could lose herself and have to put herself back in the slammer. She'll never do that again. But, yeah, where was the, oh, like, and it says, fresh out the slammer, camera flashes, welcome bashes. I feel like that's when she was getting paparazzi the most, like, right after she broke up with Joe, and all of the Swifties were like, why have we seen her more in 1 month than we've seen her in the past 6 years? Like, it was just crazy. There were so many camera flashes fresh out the slammer. But it was, where is it? Yeah, and in the shade of how he was feeling. It's crazy. Yeah. My friends tried, but I wouldn't hear it. Sad. Okay, so that's fresh out the slammer. Then, next is Florida. And I wrote in all caps, Destin, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. And then I said, what the hell is this? I don't understand this one. So, I didn't really like Florida that much on initial listen. I now like it a lot, but I still kind of don't get it. Like, I just don't really get what it's about. It feels like it's maybe almost like part 2 to No Body, No Crime. Like, it feels fictional, like not about her real life. I'm not sure. But I definitely thought Florida was going to be about the Tampa shows, because that was when she first broke up with Joe, and that news came out, and then she had to do the Tampa shows. So I thought it was going to be about that, so I was very, very shocked when it was Destin. I went, what? But it is very fun, and Florence has such a cool voice. I love her voice. Okay. Next is Guiltiest Sin, which I love Guiltiest Sin a lot. I love the, what is the line? I'm gonna look it up. This is the benefit of having my little handy dandy boy right here. That's it. What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind? I love that part. It's also crazy. I feel like we're all just listening and we're like, oh, she was sad when she broke up with Joe, whatever. But, like, she literally says, I dream of cracking locks, throwing my life to the wolves or the ocean rocks. Like, sounds like she was really, really going through it. A lot. Like, I can't imagine listening to this song as Joe and being like, man, I really made her miserable towards the end. That is crazy. But yeah, I love the part when it goes, like, the beat goes away, and then it comes back in with, what if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind. Is so good. I really like that. The next song is also one of my favorites. It's Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? And I wrote in all caps, I love it. And then I said, I got chills. It's so good, so witchy, so willowy, so vigilante. I love her. It's like older blank space. I love it. I think this song is so good. This is the one. I was just listening to it and I paused the album for you. So you should feel pretty honored. But that's the one that I was just listening to. And it's so good. Like, I can't choose a favorite line. Every line is amazing. I feel like it's so descriptive. Like, I can picture the horror movie scene of her leaping from the gallows and levitating down my street. I love that song. Next is I Can Fix Him. No, really, I can. And I wrote in all caps, Maddie Healy, yes. Because I hate to say it, I love Maddie Healy. I know, I'm sorry. I know, I shouldn't. I love him. Just move on. I love Maddie Healy. So, my favorite artist of all time, and, like, my celebrity crush, and, like, 5th favorite artist of all time. Like, the fact that Taylor Swift is writing a song about Maddie Healy is, like, my personal dream come true. Like, this is so fun. So, I really liked I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can. I said, I thoughts. The next song is loml, which ended up being loss of my life, not love of my life. I said, in all caps, sad, and then never quite buried, question mark. I'm the love of your life, in all caps, OMG, the cradle line. That whole part had me tearing up. I really like loml. I think it's very good. It's not at the top right now, but it's definitely going to grow on me more. Oh my gosh. Next is I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, which is like maybe a top 3 for me. Like, I love this song. I love this song so much. I said in all caps, I love it. And then I said, the crowd screaming more is rough. I love it though. And I think it's so funny at the end, she's like laughing and she says, try to come for my job. And it's like, true. If there's one thing Taylor Swift is gonna do, she's gonna work. So, yeah, I really like that. That's such a good song. The next song is Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. And I said, is this Joe? Question mark. She's kind of tearing him up. Brutal. And I know some people think it's Maddie, but I still think it's maybe Joe. I feel like people just don't think that Joe could be doing drugs, and I feel like he certainly could be. But I just feel like she wouldn't have this strong of a thought about Maddie. Like, also showed her off in public. They went on like 4 dates in public. Like, it wasn't really that public, but also Joe didn't really show her off. So it's hard to say for me. I don't know, but I think it's more so like when she was in the anger phase of her and Joe breaking up. But I don't know. Maybe it is Maddie. I don't know. But either way, it's a really good song. And she's tearing somebody up. And then next is The Alchemy. I wrote, very fun. I like it. And then in all caps, wait, heroin, question mark. Is this Maddie? I feel like it's Joe, but that line threw me. Wait, question mark, touchdown, question mark. Is this Travis? I'm confused. I feel like the rest of the song does not match him, but Blokes is British and heroin is Maddie, but I like it. So, yeah, this one, I'm not sure it's about. I don't know. Because, like, the chorus says so many touchdown lines, but then there's blokes, unless they're saying the blokes on the bench are like she's calling them blokes because they're British men, which is Maddie and Joe. So she's saying, I don't know how to decipher this one, but I really like it a lot, and that's what matters. Next is next is Clara. My initial things, which are no longer correct to me, I said it's in all quotes. Is this what Joe was saying to her? Question mark. It's kind of boring. The bridge got me though. Whoa, the final line was wild. So I definitely don't think this is about Joe. I think it's about like society and always looking for the new it girl and saying like she's the new Clara Bow. And then it ends with society has found the next it girl and they're saying she's the new Taylor Swift. So I do really like this song a lot. I think it's very fun. And I think it's a good, like, pointed analysis of fame as a woman in society and maybe just a famous person in society. Next is The Black Dog. I said, really like it. It sounds like Joe was a smoker and into question mark. So yeah, I think just because smoke is mentioned doesn't mean it's about Maddie. Like, I don't think that's the case. I'm sure it's also about Joe. Because, like, in Paper Rings, I think it is, she says, like, your friends were high the night that we first met. So, like, I'm sure it could be Joe, too. But The Black Dog is really good. I love the chorus a lot. It's definitely one that's growing on me more. Next is I'm Gonna Get You Back. And I said, ooh, very fun. I really like it. I think I'm Gonna Get You Back. It's, like, a super fun song. It's so, like, danceable. It's definitely not like the most lyrically profound on the album, but they don't all have to be, you know? So this is one of my top songs. I just love it. I think it's so catchy and great. Then we have Albatross. I said also fun and cool. I like it. Yeah, I liked Albatross. It hasn't done anything crazy for me yet, but I do think it's good. either Sam or Sophia or Marcus. I think it's the next one. I didn't write the whole, Chloe, Sam, or Sophia or Marcus. I said in all caps, LMAO, who seemed like he would bully you. And I said, just say I loved you the way that you were. And then I said, ouch, what's up with Joe Allen was a question mark. Maroon question mark. Really liked it. So I had a lot of thoughts during that song. I do really like that one too. And I said, how did it end? I said, made me tear up. The come one, come all. Did you hear they called it off? How did it end? I really like. And I feel like this is so, like, just having a breakup in the public eye. And come one, come all, it's happening again. When that lyric was teased on, like, a billboard, it made me tear up just seeing that lyric written. Because, like, I can't imagine how hard it is being her and knowing that once you've decided your relationship is going to end, it doesn't just stop with you. There are more people that care and are going to send you hate just because of what's happening in your personal life that is irrelevant to them. So high school, I said, oh, very cute, and then in all caps, LMAO. You know how to ball. I know Aristotle is so funny. I do think this is a really cute one, and it makes me happy. For I hate it here, I said, I can't decide if I love it or not. It needs to grow on me. And that's still the case. I've only heard it one more time since the first, so I still haven't decided. Thank you, aIMee. This is where my friend and I realized we've been listening to the clean version the entire album. She put the clean version on instead of the actual version. So at this point, we figured that out, and then at the end, after we finished, well, from here we switched to the real album, and then after we finished, we re-listened to the explicit songs that we had heard only the clean version of. But I said, I like it. It's not blowing me away right now. This is Def Kim K, yeah, question mark. She's holding nothing back on this album. The next one is, I look in windows, I think. I look in people's windows, and I wrote, I like it, and that's it. And I still don't have that many thoughts on it. For the prophecy, I wrote, my mouth is agape. Ouch, this one hurt. Yeah, I like this one a lot. A lot. And then, next is Cassandra. I wrote, whoa, snakes, do you believe me now is wild, very cool. But yeah, so I think it is like, when she was getting canceled because of Kim and Kanye, it was like, Taylor Swift Is Over Party was like the #1 trending thing, and it was everywhere and blowing up, and then when the rest of the video came out showing that she never lied and she was right the whole time, Kim was like, are you serious? Like, you really want to bring this up? And like, nobody talked about it and nobody cared, which is kind of wild considering how they tore her apart initially. But yeah, that's cool. For Peter, I wrote so many names. Who TF is Peter? And then I wrote LMAO Peter Pan. I'm so dumb. I really like this one. This one is growing on me a lot more now. I've only listened to it twice so far, but I like it. For the Bolter, I wrote, I feel like we're getting less biographical at this point. I like it though. I'm getting a little tired of listening, TBH. Just a lot of new music. So this, I was kind of fading on my initial listen at this point, but upon listening again, one, I do think it's still biographical. Don't know if that's the right word. But yeah, and I like it a lot, so I've really grown to like that one. Robin, I wrote boring, sorry, and I still kind of feel that way. I haven't gotten into it yet. It's probably my least favorite on the album at this moment. And then manuscript, I wrote, whoa, everything had not been above board, question mark. I like it. I like this one a lot. I think it's cool that it's like her going through the past of all of her relationships in one song and saying like, this story is no longer mine, because she has said before that like when she writes down, like the story starts as hers and then she writes it down and she hopes that it becomes ours, like her fans' stories as well now. So I think that is a cute way to end it. And then, let me see. said I really like Peter. I also like the Volter. I do really like the rest of the album too. Whoa. And then I said overall thought is that I feel like there are some country themes with like Florida and Guilty as Sin. And I also feel like some sounds give me 80s or something. I love it. So, yeah. Those are the overall thoughts of mine after 2.5 listens to this album. I really love it, and I will have it non-stop streaming for the foreseeable future. But I think it's so good. And I just love that we have new music from her again. It's so fun. Yeah. So, let me know your thoughts